The one thing I will do always before I make any decisions, any major decisions, is I will interview 20 or 30 people that have done that exact same thing. So a great example is before
Like,
I proposed to my fiance, I talked to 20 or 30 entrepreneurs about, do you regret getting married? Like a good marriages, bad marriages, like so it's just like the shortcut mentoring thing, you know. But
yeah.
nice thing is with my brand, I can typically make a story and then get on some calls really quickly. So I've done that for everything. And I actually at the beginning of this year, I was thinking about transitioning fully into private equity and doing the thing where I go work with these brick and mortar companies. I get we grow them. I get a percentage of what they call carry, the 2 and 20 when they exit in 5 to 8 years. And so like I had this whole thing mapped in my head, also with the help of ChatGPT. I was in Japan, like literally I had like a whole life revelation. And and I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. And then I talked to these 20 PE guys, and I'm really fortunate where I live in Miami on this island. There's a bunch of PE and VC guys there. So like I would talk to them at the pool and like I would run them through the numbers of what we were doing and how much I was working, and they were like, "Dude, you're going fucking backwards right now. What are you like? What are you doing?" Like, he's like, you should just be doing more of what you're currently doing and like taking home this guy." And I talked to this one dude who lives on my island, and he's probably worth like 200, $300 million, and he's like, "Dude, the bottom line is cash is king." And exactly what I said to you earlier, it's like, okay, you could wait and you okay maybe in 5 years you could make $20 million net, or you could just make $5 million a year net for 5 years, like or 4 years or whatever,
Yeah.
and maybe have a higher quality of life. And so they were all kind of like, I literally every single one of them was like, I think this is not the right move. And so I decided, okay, instead of doing the private equity where I go work with these brick and mortars, I still like the leverage that private equity and stuff gives you. And so that's why I kind of decided to do the holding co thing instead and leverage it that way. But we're just primarily focusing on info and
Yeah.
consulting businesses because, like you said, I'm an expert at it. You and I could talk about it literally all day long. I've seen every problem thousands of times already again, so I can solve it in like an instant. And that's how I can see this company. We can start working together and hit $500,000 a month within the first 60 days. And realistically, and I feel like I've almost put no effort inside of it, right? Because it's just you've done it so many times.
If you want my help installing any of these systems in your business done for you, be sure to book a call with my team down below.